Parasha meditation, Parashat Shemini. So this is the Parasha that we read in this last Shabbat, and it's still, the energy of this Parasha still continues until the middle of the week, until Yom Shlishi, what's called in English Tuesday. So for Parasha Shemini, the meditation and the teaching is how to make a vessel for the fire of love and excitement. So we know that there is a lot of love in the months of Nisan that we're still in, and we're just transitioning into ER. And in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end of the month, the energy of that month is the strongest. And so all that love and excitement is also reflected in Parashat Shemini by Aharon's two sons who wanted to sacrifice a fire offering, and they were very excited to get close to Hashem. But what they were missing were the vessels that contain that love and fire. And we're going to talk about what these vessels are, because we too I sometimes have a lot of light and we are missing the vessels. And in Emunah healing, it's very important to have the right balance between light and vessels. And so in terms of Aaron's sons, what was missing there? They did not ask permission. It says about them, first of all, it says, now Aaron's sons, Nadav and Avihu, each took his fire pan, put fire in it, and lay incense on it. They then offered a strange fire before Hashem, one that he did not command them. A fire came forth from before Hashem and consumed them. Thus they died before Hashem. And so what was wrong is that even though they were very excited to get close to Hashem, and they were very inventive and they were very creative to think of a new way to do it, to express their love and their desire to cleave to the holy. And we know that happiness is learned from the word vaikru, they took, that this is a language that denotes happiness, as says, which is the same word that also means marriage, vikach. In any case, so what they didn't do was that they did something they were not commanded to do, as we see in a pasuk that I read for you in English, Vayikra chapter 10, verse 1 and 2. They offered a strange fire before Hashem, one that he did not command them. They took the initiative on their own to do what they thought was right, without first checking with the established authority, their father Aaron and their uncle Moshe. While some might think that that's perfectly fine, God evidently didn't think so, because what happened? In the end, they were consumed. So it's really important when we're creative and we invent new ways of serving Hashem, we need to consult with the authorities to be able to do so in the right way. And that's what creates the vessels. There's a person that is trying very much to get in. Let's just see. And she just called me, but I can't get to it. So I'm going to try again. She's having a hard time. What should I do here? Let me just try. Oh, it's just messing everything up here. I just can't. I wish I had an assistant here in the class. Okay, so it's so important to make vessels for our fire, for our love and excitement of serving Hashem, for our new ways, and Hashem wants us to be creative, but we need to also make the vessels for our creativity through consulting the elders. And there's another thing that is important in making vessels for halacha. Is the vessel for our love. Halacha, the Jewish law. This is one of the reasons we have to have Jewish law. Halacha. Today, we are such a generation of love rather than fear. So it's very difficult for us to experience the desire. We often experience the desire to be very spontaneous in expressing our love of Hashem, but not all, we don't always, we have to make sure that our actions are really according to the Jewish law, the halakha. But on the other hand, we don't want to be a halachic robot that like a nitty gritty about measuring how much matzah do you have to eat by which exact minute of the time on the Seder night. But at the same time, we have to find a balance. We don't want to like light the Shabbos candles with excitement, with love and devotion, but 5 minutes after sundown. It's got to be the right time. It has to be before the sun sets. So while we must strive to emulate the passion of our sons, we cannot forget that their lives were taken in order to teach us something really important, that we have to balance between our interpersonal attention with correct outer action. We need both, not one instead of the other. So the measurements of halakha are the vessels to contain the light of our love and excitement. So without the proper vessels, this light becomes a strange fire. So now we're ready for the meditation. Sit down in a relaxed, comfortable position and close your eyes. Raise your right hand in front of your face, placing your index and your middle fingers at the ridge of your nose. Inhale deeply, bringing all the air into your lungs. Then exhale completely, pushing all the air out of your lungs. Now close your left nostril with your ring finger like this and inhale slowly through your right nostril. Closing your right nostril with your thumb, exhale through your left nostril after you're removing your ring finger. Now breathe in slowly through your left nostrils to a count of 4. Then close your left nostril with your ring finger, keeping your index and middle finger on the ridge of your nose. Hold your breath for a count of 2 before opening the right nostril by removing your thumb. Now breathe out slowly to a count of 8. Breathe in slowly through your right nostril to a count of 4. Then close your right nostril with your thumb again. Hold your breath for a count of 2. Open your left nostril by removing your ring finger and breathe out slowly to a count of 8. And see if you could do that a few more times. I really optionally, the best is 5 times, but let's just do 2 times. Right? This is actually, it's a yoga breathing exercise, but I found it appropriate here because it was through the nostrils that the sons of Aaron expired. So 2 more times. Okay, I see Sarah is doing it right. The other one, and also Ivana, the other ones I cannot really see. So I'm just giving you a little more time to do it 2 more times. Okay, so I think we're ready. Okay. Let's go back to the teaching, to the Parasha meditation. Put your hand down now and breathe naturally. Allow your mind to scan your consciousness for a mitzvah that you love and connect with. It could be cooking for Shabbat, visiting the sick, helping someone in need, or engaging in your favorite part of a Jewish holiday service. Dwell in your mind's eye on the one mitzvah you personally feel a great passion for, a mitzvah you really enjoy. Now imagine doing this mitzvah not only with your ultimate love and excitement, but also with precision and attention to detail. Note the correct timing and exact amounts. In addition to the order of the particular words you need to pronounce correctly. Resolve to study up on the details of your favorite mitzvah and or consult a rabbinic authority for fine-tuning your chosen mitzvah. So I also, it's interesting about the nostrils and the breath that we did, the special breathing exercise that we did, because in Hebrew, the word for breathing, neshima, is the same word as neshama, the 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 soul. This is because when Hashem originally imbued the first human being with a soul, he breathed a living soul into his nostril. So by slowing our breath and breathing in a measured way, we can fine tune our connection between body and soul, between actions and intentions, which is all like the main message of this teaching from Parashat Shemini. And I also just really wanted to add uh, that this month, this whole time of counting the Omer, is a time with so much light, especially in Israel, like there's so many beautiful flowers coming up. There's so much power, but there is a lack of vessels in that the students of Rabbi Akiva did not give respect to one another. And because of that, we have a semi-mourning period from Pesach until Shavuot, or from Pesach until Lag BaOmer, different customs about it. And so what we need is, and we said that halacha is a way to bring vessels, but we also learned that the vessels were broken uh, in this time because Rabbi Akiva's students did not give enough respect to one another. So a way to make vessels, another way in addition to keeping the Jewish law, is to give respect to one another. That's a way of creating vessels. It's so important to give respect. This is especially at this time, that's the rectification that we need to do. And so with this, I'm going to end this Parsha meditation, and we'll start the Emunah Healing course.